Hi, honey.
My darling.
How are you?
I'm awesome. How are you?
I'm well, thanks.
Good.
So it's July 1st.
Happy July.
Happy July. I thought we could maybe do a check-in, see how the campaign is
Let's
going.
check in on the campaign.
Let's do it. So you're spending a lot of time knocking doors.
Knocking a lot of doors.
Your favorite.
Yeah, I do like it.
Yeah, so tell a little bit. How's it going? What are you hearing?
Yeah, things are going great. People are checking in, and they like talking about the city. They love it here. They know we're not perfect, but I think people just they love Ann Arbor, and they appreciate that that it's home.
Yeah. So people are enthusiastic.
That's right.
What kinds of concerns do you hear?
Well, when people are getting to not perfect, it often kind of revolves around issues of development, growth, change, that kind of thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
So how do you respond to that? What are your thoughts? What do you share?
I first off, personally, I loved it back when too. So I came here in 1985. As well, you were here much longer than me, but
Yes.
I came here in '85, and I just loved it. And I, that's earlier than some, later than others, but I get the feel and the deep pull of the Ann Arbor that we remember. I miss that time, but also the change occurs. And when I talk with folks too about the Greenbelt. Back in 2003, the city passed a Greenbelt millage for the purposes of preventing sprawl.
The residents.
That's
right.
right. We all passed it, and preventing sprawl. And that was a huge deal. We've been buying thousands of acres of fee simple and development rights outside the city, preserving farmland. But the trade-off of that, because you can't fight change, you can't fight the demand of people to come into the city. The trade-off is increased development downtown and really throughout the city. And that process has been ongoing, ever since.
Yeah.
And I think people, when it's framed like that, people get it. Development, that is more dense is more environmentally friendly. It's more efficient to provide services to those locations. The closer you can get your housing to your employment centers, the less traffic there is. I mean, we already have traffic problems now, but if we hadn't been fighting sprawl to the extent we have already, and we hadn't been providing for residents to work in the city, to live in the city, to the extent we have, the traffic would be even worse. So we are, I think,
Right.
taking those steps.
Right. So when you guys at council have a proposed development that comes to you, what are some of the things that you take into account and consider when approving or not approving?
Yeah, well, sometimes it's our legal obligation. The law requires us to approve projects that conform with zoning, and that is, we can't mess around with that. That is our fiduciary duty. If we fail to exercise that duty, then the property owner sues us. We lose. The court orders us to allow the development to go forward and obligates us to pay them however many millions of dollars of damages, and that's just going to happen. And so we have to be. We have to honor that, even if we all ourselves, hate the project and the residents hate the project, and that's just
so that if it
no
meets
good.
Zoning regulations,
yes, right.
That's that.
But
Okay, so that's one thing.
Yeah, but where we have discretion, we have to balance things. We have our master plan that we have to honor, and we do. But the master plan, provides in many instances for increased density for this very reason. We understand that people, are going to be moving into the city. We've made the decision to fight sprawl. And when people come in, that's gonna create change. So finding that sort of balance between the two is the key.
Yeah. What about the role of affordable housing in all of this?
Yeah. The city needs more affordable housing, and we don't have enough of it. We want people who have retail jobs, office jobs, teachers, firefighters, police officers. Folks who work at the union. Artists.
Yes.
We want them to be able to live in the city in which they work. We are all the better for it when we have economic diversity. We have, we need to improve our racial and ethnic diversity, and that's all done through affordable housing. We have been building, and I don't think people appreciate that. We've been building affordable housing, redoing our affordable housing for the past couple of years, spending millions of dollars on that. And that's been very effective and important, but we have not been able to build as many new units as we like. And in part, that's just, that's because of money. We haven't had the resources. I'm committed to doing that. When we sell the library lot, that's going to be $5 million to go to our affordable housing fund. That's going to enable us to to support and gap fill and finance between 200 and 500 units of new permanent affordable housing throughout the city. A super big deal. The county millage that we all passed provides for a rebate that goes back to cities that already have police departments. All the community mental health money goes to community mental health, all the sheriff money goes to sheriff, but our rebate that comes back, we decided to use about $900,000, about $1 million of that every year over the next 8 years to build and fund new, more affordable housing. That's going to be a big deal. It's not going to be enough. We still have to figure out how we can do more, perhaps with city land. But that's something that we need to do. We need to make this effort. We need to be disruptive, because otherwise the city is not going to be it's not going to be what we want it to be. We won't have people be able to work here and live here. We won't have the economic diversity that we want. We won't have the racial and ethnic diversity to which we aspire. It's going to be something less for all of us. So it's something we need to do.
I think that makes so much sense.
That's what I think.
I support you. Yes, I think you're doing a wonderful job.
One. Eva Rosenwald.
I vote for you.
Awesome.
I vote for you.
Thank you.
Thanks for everything you're doing.
See ya.
Happy July, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.